Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, where, of course, we are going to start building a Retribution class battleship. I don't really see any reason to compromise on this thing very much. It's very wide, but I will check it with towers. I prefer the triangular towers, even though they're not as good. Oh, yeah, they are actually genuinely not as good. Might just end up going with this one. I will give it a different look. Oh yeah, we can totally pull the beam down. That's fine. 90,000 tons. That's still pretty enormous. Secondary towers, I would much prefer this one. You see, that's where reducing the... Oh, I can use this one, though. That's fine. Okay, and then a funnel, which we'll sort out in a minute. We want it to go 32 knots, same as the other battleships. Sort all this out. Now, we're going to go almost certainly diesels. 39... Yeah, diesels. Let's go double diesel. There we go. Pretty basic setup. Do we need the high-end funnel? Ooh, I think we might need 2 funnels on this. There we go. Couple of funnels. Very good. Now, firepower-wise, obviously, we only have 15-inch armed ships at the moment. We could go 18s. We could go all the way up to 20s. Now, the only reason I'm not a huge fan of the 20 is they have quite a low rate of fire. It's not terrible, but the 18 is... I tend to find the 18s are a more practical weapon. So let's go 18s. Do we need a gigantic? I don't think we do need the gigantic. I think a huge will work. And then for now, let's go with just the 9. 18. Should we go 45? What's the rate of fire on those? And this is with no upgrades. 0.9. And with a full autoloader, 1.16. Okay. Solid. Solid stuff. Right, let's throw... And yes, I know I haven't put any secondaries on it. Now, this is also a ship where I might consider a different HE shell. I'll have a look at that in a minute. Actually, no. That's nice, Pen. Pretty happy with the base views because we're at 88%. And then armor-wise, this is where it gets tough because, yeah, ideally we're going to want a 10-inch deck, which is very thick, and probably a 20-inch belt, which is, again, crazy. Probably going to want 4 inches here. Oops. 1.5 is still fine on the extended deck. Which means we're going to want 22 on the turrets. Oh, it is letting me do it. Oh, my goodness. It won't with the layers. The layers will be too heavy, probably. We went with full layers, but we don't need full layers. What is... I think we can have pretty regular layers on the deck, and then we're kind of sitting right there. Okay, it's just this thing completely lacks any secondary armament whatsoever. I mean, maybe that's fine. We've got massive 18-inch guns that are pretty accurate to pretty long range. They should be able to blow up anything that gets anywhere near us. That insane 40-kilometer range. It's just, I really don't like having nothing. But this ship is pretty hardy. Yeah, we can fit some secondaries along here. Along in there. Trouble is, they're all ugly as sin as well. And they're all in these massive turrets. Really, all I want to do is just, like, slap a couple of 2-inch guns on it and call it a day. I think I might just leave it. I might just go super minimalistic. We've got minimalist Bismarck. Say hello to, well, say minimalist Yamato. It's a 90,000-ton super battleship. But this is a thing with a very singular purpose, and that is the elimination of enemy capital ships with extreme prejudice from very, very long distances. Yes, I like it. They're not cheap. Thought the Emperors were expensive, but just under 3 billion. These are nearly 4. Massive things. But they'll be fantastic for invading stuff. And they are exceptionally tough. That's a very hard ship to deal with, because you've got that 20-inch main belt, but that 6.4-inch inner belt is effectively a 50-inch inner layer, which an 18-inch gun should not be able to go through. So we should have, I mean, it will still cause a partial pen. So, but we should be extremely well protected against enemy shell fire. These things should be tough as nails to actually sink. They're fast, and they have a scary amount of firepower. It's not ridiculous for this weight range, but yeah, I think I'm sold. It's a very focused design. It's not to everyone's taste, but yeah, I think this thing is going to be a bit of a monster. Right, let's see how many of these I can actually afford. Right, there we go. We can afford 4 of them, which I will set to build. Sure, La Spezia. Yep. Okay, so we're going to have 4 Emperors, 4 Retributions, and then, I don't know, I might reuse that hull and do something a little different on it. We'll see. Anyway, back to the war, I guess, which is in the same state as it was at the end of the last episode, but I'm going to get back to attacking the Chinese, invading them, and seeing if we can't take them out of the game as well. Right, after dispatching the various ships to the battle zone, we've got an invasion of Vladivostok going on up there. We're just about to take Thailand. We've taken Burma. Looks like the Imperial Guard are going across the mountains into Tibet, which is hilarious. We have an opponent. The Zexu class. Very expensive. 2.9 billion. It comes with 12 15.3-inch guns, so it's pretty well armed. Has reasonable armor quality. It's not very fast, and it's run into the 4 Emperor class battleships. So Not a fair fight by any means, but a good opportunity for us to test out the Emperors. Although the Emperors were far more designed with the type of fight I had in the last episode in mind, where you have a lot more small ships rather than attacking big uns. But very nice to see them. I have also renamed them before they got into service. So we have Emperor, that's obviously not changed, but we've got Pax Imperialis, Dominus Astra, and Divine Wright. Because why not? And here we have the Zexu. Ooh, is that the command battleship? It's kind of funky. It's a weird looking ship. Anyway, it has Mark IIIs. Okay, so we've got a little bit of an advantage there. It's not especially well armoured, but it's not bad. Light shells, incendiary HE, only cap ballistic 1, 2 powder 3, Pickrick 3. Their pen is going to be lackluster. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that is not the right setup to take on ships like this. Should have a little bit of a range advantage as well. 32 against 24. That's even more than I thought. So we've got an extra mark of gun, which is obviously a big help. We have longer barrels, 45s versus 41s, and we're using triple base propellant, and they're using tube powder, which will give us pretty big advantage in range. There we go. So once we're in range and firing, I think we'll settle in. So that is probably comfortable. There we go. Hit straight away from the Dominus Astra. Now if we notice them getting into range, we can just edge away. And this very expensive ship, which they only crewed with cadets, because of course they did. There we go. So they're firing. So now I'm going to start edging away. Just high explosive for now that our ships seem to be using, looking to damage their upper works. With a cadet crew, that's even more effective than usual. Sets a lot of fires. Overwhelms their damage control ability. Reduces their ability to fight. But I'd like you to switch it up now. See what we get with the AP. There we go. Taking out their fire control. Yeah, they're end on to us now though. Back to high explosive. Scored a hit on the half belt Pax Imperialis. Another hit. Rude. Very rude. bolts on the extended belt. Not much you can do about that when they're firing an AEP shell. Yeah. There goes their main tower. Their accuracy's just not very good. Fine, right. It's switched up to AP rounds. No flooding so far, which is a little bit of a surprise. Killing a ship through structural damage is the slowest way to sink them. Must have quite a high resistance build here. Something that is being looked at. So our shells are not doing very much here. But it's fine. We'll get you another couple of hits. Look at that. Rude. Very rude. Got a massive citadel as well. Might get them on crew loss. That's more like it. Yep, they surrendered. That thing had better crew on it. It might have done a little bit more for itself there. Tough. Surprisingly tough to take that down. Interesting. Very interesting. I hope you've got some more of those, China. Welcome back. The Emperors have found a very unfortunate light cruiser that's going to get completely obliterated. There you go. But I thought it was worth showing that they are still on station, still doing anything. I was kind of hoping to see the 6-inch guns in action, but this thing is far too slow, so it's just going to get bodied by 15-inch shells. Yeah. It's not really too much to say about that, is there? Well, the Chinese seem to be quite happy to feed single cruisers one by one into this fleet, which seems unwise, as we're easily able to outpace them. Pretty much any hit that connects is going to cause total devastation. Again, secondaries not really getting a chance to do their thing. Just feed me ships. All right, another Chinese cruiser deciding to run into a fleet. This time it's the dreadnoughts, which is nice. And look at this cute little thing. Look at it. That is a cute little heavy cruiser with 3 10-inch guns on it. Very interesting design. But yeah, getting shot up. The Leviathan, there we go. Leviathan delivering pretty nasty punch there. Oh yeah, it's very dead. But yeah, invasions are going well as well, but I'll show those all off at once. Okay, little update. As you can see, we have moved up the coast, and we also took Vladivostok. Currently waiting on the guard pushing away, but there's no real reason for me to hold back. So we're just going full ham. We're just going to eliminate the Chinese completely. But they do have a couple of ships left that the emperors can blow up. But yeah, we pushing them back, pushing them away. All their offshore provinces have been taken. They are blockaded. They are very near the end. It will be probably a year or so, but yeah, they're pretty much stuffed. But yeah, not the best for them. Oh, they got another one of these cute ones. They've also had like several revolutions, which I've not been paying attention to at all. They've gone Republic, like regular Democratic Republic, and then People's Democratic Republic, Communist, and back a couple of times, as you do. And yeah, 15-inch guns are going to make a mess. A big mess of these cruisers. Imperialis with maybe not a kill shot, but pretty nasty there. Da -da 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 -da. But I'm impressed at how rapidly we've been able to just completely delete the Chinese Empire. Yeah, look at this. That's why I'm not as worried about the secondaries on the Retributions, because we're only just going to get them going. There you go. All the 6-inch shells. Look at the number of hits they're taking. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of the Chinese Navy. I don't think they have very much left. And they don't have much territory left, so hopefully the next time I'm talking to you, we will have eliminated them altogether. And there we go. Confirmation that the Republic of China has been dissolved. Goodbye, China. You have been conquered. Well, that eliminates another player from the game. All the other nations actually quite like us. despite my best efforts to try and get Japan to increase tensions with Japan, I don't think they're interested. I think I might be able to go for a victory. I think I might be able to get them to agree to just, just join the Imperium, guys. It's fine. I mean, what are you going to do about it? None of you have a big enough fleet to do anything against us. You might want to consider joining. Anyway, I'm going to go and sort out the fleet. I think the most powerful nation is Japan. Yeah, it is. So I'll keep the more powerful ships here, ready to attack Japan if I need to. And I'll redeploy ships over here in case we need to deal with the Russians. And then I'll see what happens with relations. Maybe we can just end the campaign through, hey, do you want to be destroyed or do you want to join? Okay, looks like the game doesn't want me to have the Super Friends, and the Russians have decided that they're going to be our next threat, so I'm going to increase tensions with them until war happens, but that will be in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.